Alright, fine, for completionist's sake. I'll see what happens on the other side of the Dio ending. Although I'm pretty sure it's not good. Never mind, guys! Okay, let's try again. Hey, we made it this time. They're just gonna leave without me, aren't they?
Thank you for Ambidex.
Yeah. We get it. Ambidex game's finished. Just show me the results, because it ain't gonna be pretty. The door ground open and I stepped out. All around me, the other AB rooms were disgorging their occupants. That's a very dramatic way of saying everyone left.
Wait! Dio!
Fi's voice echoed hollowly across the room. I followed her eyes to the number 9 door. And to Dio. Dio! So he's going for it. I broke into a run, hoping foolishly that I might be able to catch him.
No, he's going to try and open it.
So it has come to this then.
What's going on? He hasn't even seen the results yet.
It took only seconds for Tenmyoji and Kei to explain the math to her.
No!
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
None of us even looked at the results. The announcer's voice hadn't even faded when Dio reached for the door. With a grunt, he swung down the lever.
Yes, it's opening.
Wait!
There's no point in trying to stop him now. The door has already opened.
But...
Doesn't mean I can't punch him to make myself feel better. Dio leapt through the door without so much as a backward glance. Fi paused in front of it, then turned to look at me.
What happened?
I chose ally. I made a promise. Clover trusted me.
Sigma. I see. Makes sense. I guess that's how this ends then. You had to make a choice that was right for you. And now, I have to make the choice that's right for me. Goodbye, Sigma.
Fi turned, her eyes sad, and followed Dio through the door. I feel like we didn't get our announcement.
The number 9 door has closed.
Well, I mean, now we get the ending one. We didn't get the number 9 door has been opened,
This
but then again,
ends the nonary game.
I guess none of us really cared and could see that fact.
Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked. Escape is not possible. Please enjoy your stay.
Well, that's it. There's nothing we can do now.
We can only hold out hope that help will arrive.
Sigma, thank you for choosing ally.
Yeah, about that. Yeah. Well, a promise is a promise, right?
What about Luna, Alice, and the old woman? Who killed them?
He's on the other... Well, he killed Kane, and he's on the other side of the door. As for the others, I don't fucking know.
Maybe one of the people who just escaped.
Or maybe one of us.
Well, there's one other person.
Oh, yeah.
God, Quark, you're right.
Oh, yeah, we still need to find him, don't we?
I still have to find Quark.
Suddenly, full of energy, Tenmyoji leapt up and took off for one of the warehouse's exits. That left only myself, Clover, and Kay. We stared at the number 9 door in silence. It would never open again. What else could we do but stare? I mean, can we at least get some confirmation that Temioji actually finds Quark one of these days? Other than the doors it's supposed to happen on? Yeah, I figured this was the case. Well, now that we've done the, I guess, optional stuff, that's literally just for fluff at this point. Let's see what the long string of numbers are. Hope you're ready. Like I said, hope y'all are ready to see Alice. Because we haven't seen her in a long fucking while. So you inhaled the gas, passed out, and woke up here in the AB room.
Yes. Well, there it is. Everything that's happened with the Myrmidons and me. I left a few of the details out, of course, but you get the idea.
Yeah. Thanks. She gave me a sad sort of smile and stood up.
We should go back.
Not yet. Your story explains a lot, but there's still one big question.
Which is?
Who here is a Myrmidon? One of us planted the bombs. And based off the code we found, it's pretty clear that person is a Myrmidon. Right?
Yes.
And I agree that we need to figure out who they are.
What do you propose we do?
Well, that's what I wanted to ask you about. Do you have any clues?
Clues? Well, if I could decrypt that code, it might tell us something, but...
How can we do that?
I told you. We need a key. Without that, it's pointless.
What's a key?
A key is a key. It allows you to sort of unlock a code. The Myrmidons usually use this huge string of numbers as a key.
Wait. Long string of numbers? Could that be... Flashbacks to beforehand. Oh, don't make me read this out, please. Okay, fuck it, I'll do it. 7815361098838094241990551.
What the hell?
I just reeled up a... He was convicted of a string of something. I was almost as surprised as she was. The numbers had just kind of appeared in my mind, and I was saying them before I knew what I was doing. Alice looked at me incredulously, and I stared back.
Wait. Can you say that again?
Do I have to? 7815361098838094245. No, damn it, I was doing so well. 42419905551.
That's 198,449,351 to the third power.
What? oh, I'm glad me and Sigma are on the same wavelength. What?
That number you just told me. Prime factor decomposition on that number gets you 198,449,351 to the third power.
You're talking about reducing an integer to a series of prime numbers that you multiply together to get it, right? What? How the fuck did you work that out, Sigma? Like, if you have 30, then you get 2 times 3 times 5, right?
Exactly. You probably learned that in junior high, right?
No. So you're saying that 198449351 is a prime. And if you multiply it by itself 3 times, you get the number... Oh, gee, I'm not reading it out the third time.
Yes.
Don't tell me you just did all that in your head.
I did do all of that in my head. Simple mental arithmetic.
What? No! No way! That's impossible!
I told you. I'm better at math than most people.
That's not better at math!
Look at you. You just recited a huge string of numbers. That seems pretty astounding, too. Where did you find that number anyway?
I didn't know what to say. What would I tell her? And it just came to me?
Can't tell me, huh? Fine. I'm pretty sure that's the key to the code, though. I know the Myrmidons use prime factors for their keys. And there aren't a lot of 25-digit numbers that turn out to be the third power of a prime number. I think there's a very good chance that number you memorized was specifically created by someone.
Could you explain that with small words?
Well, look at the prime factors of your number. 198,449,351 to the third power. I think that's our hint for cracking the code. You still don't get it? Try to remember the code we saw in the infirmary. What did it say on the monitor?
I think the first row was... Oh, God. CQUJHNMTEONERAXDFMIOVP. I'm very impressed I didn't fall over that.
And the second row?
I'm not doing it anymore. I think. Then they just repeat.
Wow, you've got a pretty impressive memory.
Thank you.
We could really use someone like you back at the...
Well, keep going. How do we decode that?
You use 198,449,351 to point you to the right letters.
How do we do that?
Well, the first number is 1, so take the first letter. The next number is 9, so go 9 letters over from the first one. Then 8 from that one. Just keep going until you get something. Make sense?
I ran over what she'd said in my head. The prime number Alice had given me was... Oh, Christ. Am I actually going to have to do this? I'm going to need some paper or something, aren't I? It's a good thing there's some within grasping reach for once. So what would we get if we picked our letters like she'd explained? First letter would be C. Completed. I did it! Completed! That's it! That's the answer!
Completed? Are you sure?
Yeah. I did exactly what you told me to and I got the word completed. Well, actually, it's completed. The code and the letters repeat every 2 lines. It just repeats.
Well, I can't remember the code like you can, but if you're certain, I believe you.
I'm definitely certain.
All right, then. I wonder what completed is supposed to mean, though.
What? Aside from the obvious, you mean? I'm guessing here it means mission complete. So that's what the transmitter was for.
Huh? What are you talking about? What transmitter?
I barely even heard her. Suddenly my mind was full of memories that hadn't been there a moment before. It was like a wave had washed away into the sand, revealing a bed of precious gems underneath. Damn it! Why hadn't I realized it before? I could remember a series of numbers, but not this? At least I remembered it now. Dia was a member of the Myrmidons. And not just any member. He was their leader. That meant he had to be the one who'd planted the bombs.
Hey, are you listening to me?
Yeah.
Then answer my question. What the hell was that? What's this about a transmitter?
I didn't trust myself to try and explain it to her. More than likely, she'd just think I was insane. Even I could barely make sense of the sudden influx of new information.
Wait. Don't tell me you're one of the Myrmidons.
If I was, do you really think I'd reveal myself like this?
Point.
Out of nowhere, Clover appeared.
Oh, there you are. I've been looking all over for you.
Really?
We're all down in the Floor B warehouse. Well, all of us but Luna and Clark.
Why?
We've still got 45 minutes until the white doors open.
I know that.
Oh, okay. Hey, wait a minute. I thought you, Kay, and Quark didn't know about the white doors.
Tenmyoji told us about them. He said he'd show us where they were, so we all followed him down to the Floor B warehouse.
I'm assuming you left Quark with Luna?
Yeah. Anyway, when we showed up, Phi and Kay were already there.
So?
Well, all of a sudden, Phi, Tenmyoji, and Dio all started yelling at each other.
What?
Why? Did something happen?
According to Clover, the last AB game had been the cause of their fight. Even though Tenmyoji only had one BP, Phi had chosen Betray. They started to fight, and since Dio had pressed Betray on behalf of his team, eventually he got dragged in too.
That seems odd. Phi only had one BP too. Choice seems like a perfectly valid defensive move.
Ugh! Just come with me. Kay's trying to calm them down, but there's only one of him.
Okay. Come on, Alice, let's go.
Coming.
I'm proud I solved a thing. Even though it was a pretty basic thing once Alice had explained it to me. Shush, don't steal my thunder. Please, no one be dead. All four of them were still there when we arrived. Good. They seemed to have calmed down a bit, but the tension in the air was almost visible. I felt like I'd stepped into a room full of flammable gas. Even the smallest spark could turn the whole place into a raging inferno. Even Kay, usually so calm and collected, was standing ramrod straight with his hands balled into a fist at his side. I looked at Alice. Pursed? I'm not familiar with that word. Pursed my lips and then headed over to the angry knot of people occupying most of the room. Clover told me what's going on. This whole thing is stupid. You need to knock it off.
Stupid? What about this is stupid? We're talking about my life, you self-righteous dick.
I know. But yelling at each other isn't going to solve your problem. The best thing for us to do right now is to trust each other and get through this. Wouldn't you agree?
Hard to trust someone who tried to kill me.
Same to you. I told you letting Dio vote was a stupid idea. What did you think he was gonna do? You might as well have pressed the button yourself.
I couldn't just leave Quark alone.
That's no excuse. And where do you get off telling me I shouldn't have picked Betray? Did you even think that through? What, I was supposed to pick Ally? If I'd done that, I'd be dead right now.
I could say the same thing to you. Damn good thing Dio didn't choose Ally.
Please, that's enough from both of you. Sigma's right. This isn't the time to be bickering with each other.
Oh, you don't get to talk. You tried to betray Clover and escape on your own.
Perhaps. But I think that's better than nearly killing someone.
Well, I only did it so that she wouldn't kill Tenmyoji.
Ah! God damn it! Enough already! I roared with fury and my voice echoed and rebounded off the walls of the warehouse. Everyone fell silent. I didn't know how long that silence would last, so I decided to put it all on the table. There was only one way I was going to be able to take control of the situation. Guys, listen to me. We really don't have time for this. I was met with a number of glares, but I soldiered on. See, the thing is, I figured out who planted the bombs.
What? Is this what you were talking about earlier?
Sort of, yeah. I know which one of you it is.
Well, spit it out then.
Please, explain what's going on here.
I don't think I need to. They're gonna admit their guilt in just a few minutes.
What?
You're all going to hear it straight from the horse's mouth. Or I guess I should say Dio's mouth.
What are you on? You think I set those bombs?
Yes, I do.
Hey, if you're gonna accuse me, you better have some pretty damn good evidence, pal.
I'm not accusing you. I'm just stating a fact.
Oh yeah? Where the hell'd you get that fact?
Fun as it was, I knew taunting alone wouldn't be enough to make Dio confess. He'd just play dumb. He was good at it, and I'd get nothing. That meant I was gonna have to trick him. Well, you see, I'm actually from Free the Soul.
Free the Soul? What's that? Some kind of hippie shoe company?
Don't play dumb, Dio. Or should I call you left? Brother ordered me to come here. Keep an eye on you. It was quick, but for just a moment I saw his eyes twitch. I leapt on that moment of weakness like a hungry dog on a steak. Fine. Skepticism is understandable. Admirable, even. But perhaps this will convince you. I pressed forward, pulling out every fact I could remember. I told Dio about Brother's background and how his younger brother left had been murdered. I mentioned casually that the Myrmidons were all clones of a single person. So? Still not convinced? How about this? 7815... No, fuck it, no. Never mind, it's the same number thing as always. Do a little prime factor decomposition on that and you'll get 198449351 to the third power. If I'm not who I say I am, how on earth could I possibly know that?
What? No, that's not possible.
Finally. So, let's start over, shall we? I was sent here to watch your every move. It seems our wise and noble brother doesn't trust you. He suspects betrayal.
No! You're lying!
I assure you I'm not. But if you don't believe me, why don't you go outside and call him yourself with your transmitter?
No! No! You have to be lying! Brother trusts me! That's why he chose me for this mission! Why would he make me the leader of the Myrmidons if he...
Huh? Sorry, what was that?
I said, why would he have made me the leader of the Myrmidons if...
Heh. I grinned.
Wait. What the hell? Are you fucking kidding me?
Sorry, Dio. I've never even seen Brother.
What the hell was all that? How did you know all those things?
Dunno. Maybe I was divinely inspired.
Don't give me that shit!
What's going on?
Oh, if you only knew.
What are these Myrmidons?
Dio and I stared at one another while Clover and Temyoji quickly explained to Fi and Kay about the memory card and the number 2 bomb, and about the code that we found from a terrorist organization called the Myrmidons.
So you mean to say someone from the Myrmidons planted the bombs?
And Dio pretty much just admitted to doing it?
Yeah.
Bastards. I'll never forgive you.
I heard a low, furious muttering behind me and turned to see Alice, her lips pulled back into a snarl.
I am going to kill you!
Her voice rose to a scream as she charged toward Dio. He ducked out of the way smoothly and pulled something from his pocket.
Whoa there. I like my women a little feisty. But you're taking it a little too far, sweetheart. Tone it down.
What?
You see this? You know what it is, don't you?
Yeah, sadly I do. It makes the bombs explode, I'm pretty sure.
Oh my god. Is that the detonator?
Exactly. And I assume you know what happens if I press this button?
Yes. I think I do. I'm guessing it'll set off both of the bombs.
Well, I wouldn't say both.
Oh, yeah, there's a third one, isn't there? Shit.
You mean there's still a number 1 bomb we haven't found?
Correct. And there's one more, too.
No. There are 4 bombs?
A 0 bomb. He told us about this one in his own ending.
Exactly. I planted 4 bombs. They're the ones numbered 1, 2, and 3, but there's also one more. Bomb number 0. Add all that up and you're looking at about 4 tons of explosive power. Those go off and it's all over. That's enough oomph to turn this whole place into a smoking crater.
Aren't you forgetting something?
That'd kill you too.
So, I'm ready for that. I've got spares.
Spares? Is that what Sigma was talking about?
Yeah, the whole cloning thing.
Yeah, clones.
I heard Alice whisper something to Clover.
Let's go, Clover. Show him all that training wasn't for nothing.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Right.
Before I had a chance to ask them what was going on, they moved.
Die, you bastard! Yeah!
She roared and leapt toward Dio, Clover following just behind. Alice threw a punch at Dio's face, and as he dodged, Clover spun out from behind her. Dio grunted and turned to focus on Alice, but Clover darted in and snatched the detonator from his hand.
Clover, get him!
Right! Sigma, catch!
Huh? Before I could respond, Clover threw the detonator at me. Now I scrambled to grab it out of the air and held it to my chest.
Damn it! Stop! Let me go! Still let go of me, you asshole!
Yelling didn't do him any good, and Dio found himself subdued by the skillful teamwork of Alice and Clover. Strangely, though, only once they had a hold of him, he stopped struggling. I was reminded of a gazelle with its neck in the mouth of a lion. Had he surrendered? Or did he have some trick up his sleeve? It didn't feel right. I didn't have to wait long for my misgivings to prove true. The detonator in my hand suddenly began to flash. What?
Ha! Serves you right.
What are you laughing at?
You, her, all of you. God, you're stupid.
What? Why?
See that detonator you threw to Sigma? You activated it. If it gets more than a meter away from me, it sets itself off.
Oh! I figured some bullshit like that was in play, but...
We figured someone might try to take it away, so we put in a little safeguard.
Makes sense.
Since you two were kind enough to take it away from me, the bombs have gone from remote control to countdown timer. Go ahead and destroy the detonator if you want. Won't make any difference now. The bombs are gonna go off no matter what.
How long do we have?
About 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Oh no.
My condolences.
What can we do to stop them?
I told you that already. First, we need the device that allows us to input information. Then we plug it into each bomb and enter the codes.
Hey Alice, who the hell are you? How do you know all this?
None of your damn business. Just tell me where the input device is.
Well, that's none of your damn business. Fuck! Stop! You're gonna break it!
She doesn't care at this point, Dio.
Of course. That's the plan.
Please, stop!
Just tell me what I want to know.
Okay, I'll tell you. It's in my coat. The right-hand pocket.
Clover, check it out.
Right.
She nodded and started digging through his pockets. After a few minutes...
It's no use. There's nothing here. Did you lie to me?
No! I swear, keep looking.
Oh, wait. There is something in here.
Clover pulled her hand from his pocket and held it out. Is that a pill? Like for medicine?
Hey, what is this?
Huh? I can't see it. Bring it over here.
Clover frowned and moved closer to Dio, holding the pill out toward him. Suddenly he moved, his right hand shaking out to grab the pill from Clover's hand. Before anyone could react, he shoved it in his mouth. I heard a tiny crack as he bit down on it. Almost immediately, he grimaced in pain. Cyanide? That's what I'm assuming.
Shit!
What? What was that?
Poison, I guess.
What? Damn, how could I be so stupid?
His eyes rolled up into his head, and flecks of spittle began to trickle out from the corners of his mouth. I grabbed him by the hair and shook. What the hell are you doing? Where's the input device?
Lost it. In my couch. Back home.
Don't screw with me!
Fine. Don't tell us. How about you give us the deactivation codes instead?
Deactivation. You guys are persistent.
Hey, if we get another code out of him, that's all well and good by me.
Fine. Not gonna do you much good anyway.
Bitch, I have alternate timeline theory. The ultimate weapon, apparently, in this game.
I'll tell you, you only get one.
I mean, to be fair, that's 3 out of 4, so I'm doing pretty good on that front.
This is the deactivation code for Bomb 3.
Where have I left my phone? I've been taking note of all of these. Oh, it's back here.
Ready? LXQ LHC NMR.
What about the other 3? Tell us the other 3! He didn't even seem to hear me.
My body will be a part of the foundation of a bright future.
His voice was weak, and more foam was dribbling out of his mouth.
Such a beautiful world. May brother live in everlasting glory.
Those were the last words Dio spoke. He died with a strange, happy smile. Damn!
He only gave us the password for one of the bombs. This is bad. What are we gonna do?
I don't know!
How much time have we got?
25 minutes.
Are you sure?
Yes. When he told us the time, I checked my bracelet. It said exactly 30 minutes.
You mean the bombs are gonna go off the same time the next set of doors opens?
Yes. The time on your bracelet is the time we have left.
Oh. So, 25 minutes.
This isn't good. I was hoping that we might be able to escape through the white doors, but
It takes 5 minutes for the primary door to open and close. So,
yes, I know. There's no way we can get through them before the explosion happens.
Well, there's no point just standing around. We should start looking. We need 3 things. The password input device.
And the remaining 2 bombs, right?
Right.
we also need passwords for all the bombs other than number 3.
Exactly.
I got some of them memorized, don't worry, guys. Maybe Dio has a note or something?
Hold on. Let me check.
She knelt down and quickly checked his pockets and sleeves, and then sat back on her heels, frustrated.
Damn. He's clean.
She looked pale.
Then we'll just have to hope we find it somewhere. Tenmyoji, can you go tell Luna what's happened?
Right. I'm on it.
Good. The rest of you, let's move out. We can do this.
Let's go.
We all took off on a run, heading to different parts of the building. But all of our searching turned up nothing. And as we searched, the clock kept ticking. And at last, the chromatic doors opened.
Chromatic doors have opened. 5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
Our time had run out. We watched the white doors open. Were they doors to heaven or to hell? The thought barely had time to flutter through my mind before everything went white. We didn't even have time to say goodbye. 1,000 emotions flooded my brain in those last moments. Why? How? How had we ended up this way? And a blistering wave of heat, like the surface of the sun itself, wiped out any lingering thoughts. My consciousness slipped away into a bottomless pool of darkness. Neither heaven nor hell, only the void. I'm gonna say God, it turned into Kingdom Hearts there for a minute at the end, didn't it? We sank into everlasting darkness. Yeah, now's not the time to be making jokes, is it? Oh well, at least we got another bomb password. 'Cause God knows I need... Well, we're actually doing alright on those. We've got 3 out of 4. And I'm assuming this was the Alice ending. So now we're only missing the password to bomb 2. Now, the only thing I'm confused with, as I said, is Dio claims he planted the bombs. I thought that was Akane because, like, this is the only timeline we don't find her dead. Unless, as I've said before, I think she's one of the Myrmidons as well. But then, why? I don't know. Can I skip this? I can. Sweet. Yep, the Alice end. Best served cold. Is that both an Ice 9 joke and a joke about revenge? Because if so, I can get down with that. Well, we're slowly filling these portraits up, aren't we? Oh, we can do both of these now as well. I forget what this one was. Who planted the bomb? Okay, yeah, so that's Dio. That's also Dio. So now I can do both of these now that we know that Dio planted the bombs. I still don't know what the purpose of this is yet. Like, how I get this. And then, obviously, this is the terminal, which I've got to try and put the password in for. I'll probably do this route the next time, because as I say, it probably leads to another ending. I think this is the lunar ending. I'd like to know more about Luna other than she's got a birdcage around her neck. I feel bad, but that's pretty much all I remember from Luna and her backstory is, like, she told me that she had, like, the birdcage that someone gave her. And that's literally all I remember about her, which really bums me out, honestly, because I like Luna. I would vote Luna as best girl of this series so far. Unless Fire can actually do something real fucking badass in this last few timelines. Anyway, that's all by the by. Thank you guys for watching this episode of Virtue's Last Reward. If you like the video in any capacity, give the video a like down below. Leave a comment on... I think I'm on the right lines, but... You're pretty good at leaving, like, hints. It's just like, maybe not? I know I need to do this terminal thing, but I wanted to just cross off all the green books before I can. And besides... I feel like this is the actual end, so I'm not going to be able to do that for a while, because this is also... How do we stop Fi? We convinced Fi to stop. I feel like we also got the bomb decryption thing. The bomb diffusing device on this one. And it's also as like, oh, by the way, multiverse. So, that explains why we know everything. I'm just checking these just to make sure not something else. Words are hard. Where did I get to? Oh yeah, if you want to keep up to date with this series or what's the other one I run? The World Ends With You. It's got a dumb title. I knew that much. I was going to say Near Automata. I'm like, no, that runs after this one, which is, as I've said, nearing its completion. So get hype for that shit. I am going to take a break between this and Zero Time Dilemma. Mainly because I just don't want to burn out on visual novels. But that's, like, again, off topic. If you want to keep up to date with any of the series I've spoken about, consider subscribing to the channel. In theory, YouTube gives you about a 25% chance of being updated when I post these videos. Other than that, thank you guys for watching. I've been Nix, and I will see you guys next time. Laters!